What's up, everyone? Today we are checking out the Roy from Tubesteader. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel and thank you for tuning in to this review of this brand new pedal. This is a tube preamp and overdrive pedal, the Roy from Tubesteader. This is basically, for all intents and purposes, just to simplify it, this is an AC30 in a box. Now the timing of this could not be more perfect. If you have followed my channel, you know I have a massive love-hate thing with Vox AC30s. The tone, the functionality, the uniqueness of the sound I love. The amps that the company are delivering, I don't love quite so much, but I can't get away from them. It's a thing. I've talked about it in another video. I swear to you, this was not like planned. This was a really just awesome coincidence. As Tubesteader reached out and asked if I would be interested in checking out this new pedal, and this could not be a more perfect solution for me as someone who loves the AC30 sound, but who kind of is hit or miss with the current production Vox amps. This really nails the Vox top boost sound, and it does it in a way that can integrate into a number of different things. So what you just heard at the beginning was playing my Gibson SG into a Marshall Bluesbreaker. Now, Marshall Bluesbreaker, yes, it's still a British amp and it's a British 212, but if you know these amps, the Bluesbreaker really could not sound more different from an AC30. They're vastly, vastly different amps, and I was going into the normal channel. It's a pretty dark sounding amp, actually. The Marshall Bluesbreaker going into the normal channel is pretty dark sounding. As soon as as soon as you click this on, you get that Voxy AC30 glass. Now, what's really cool is that this is a 2-channel amplifier, and it's got a shared EQ, but it's got gain and volume for each channel, as well as a tone cut. So you can basically run it like an amp. You can run a clean channel and you can run a drive channel like you've just heard. Now, as a Vox amp would be, the tone controls, the treble and bass, are also very interactive. So if you turn them up, the mids kind of go down a little bit. So you heard that. Now again, the Bluesbreaker is a pretty mid-rangey amp. So you heard that with this, particularly with the treble up a little bit, it's just got that, kind of that Tom Petty-ish sound, that nice AC30 grind. In a minute, I'm going to switch over to Stratocaster, and I'll back the treble back off, and you'll hear it gives it kind of a nice mid push. So there's a lot of different ways you can dial this in. It also takes a separate foot switch if you want to use it with a separate foot switch. Now this is a 12-volt pedal. It does come with a power supply, or you can certainly, there are a lot of power supplies that have 12 volts on it. But what's really cool about this, and what we're going to do afterwards, is it works great as a stomp box, right? If you want that AC30 sound, kind of putting it into your amplifier, using it with other pedals, and kind of make whatever amp you're using sound like an AC30 for whatever application you want to do that for. But the thing that I think really set pedals like this apart is if you want to do anything direct, whether or not you're talking about direct recording or using a direct rig. Direct rigs are really becoming a lot of the rage, and direct recording, obviously. But a lot of people are still nervous about going digital. The cool thing about this is if you use something like this with a cab sim or an IR, now you've got a real tube amplifier, basically, but going direct. So I'm going to show you the same kind of thing with the Stratocaster. It's going to be dialed in a little bit differently, but that's so you can hear the same pedal integrated with a Stratocaster and how it works with an amplifier. But then after that, we're going to hear some direct sounds. We're going to use direct sounds, and what I'm doing is I'm recording this direct in, and then I'm using cab IRs from Line 6 native into Logic. And you're hearing that through that, and then I'm also going to hit it with an overdrive pedal. Now, also play a little bit with the EQ there so that you can hear, again, the interactiveness of the EQ. It's one of the classic things that I like to do with a Vox-style circuit is to really back the treble and the bass off to get a super mid push. It sounds really cool, something that I used to do in the early days when I was using AC30s, and it's just a unique thing that they do. So, this to me is like, like one of the things you could do, whether or not you use it as a direct rig or honestly even as a backup rig, like one of the things you could do is you could put this on a small pedal board with a pedal that's some kind of an IR loader, and there's all kinds of things like that out there now. Boss makes them. You can get cheaper ones that either load their own IRs or come with them built in, or certainly like an HX Stomp or something. But use this, you can get other pedals and things. You can use overdrive pedals or whatnot. And then, again, it's like you've got all the benefit of the direct-in rig, but you're getting an actual tube amp sound from it. Now, some of the technical side of it is very, very dedicatedly close to what it should be doing. Now, if you follow my channel, you also know that I don't understand any of that stuff. So I invite you to read the literature about this pedal to know about how the voltages are like the proper voltages and all that kind of stuff. I'm a sound person. I do it by sound. And when I plugged this into the Bluesbreaker and I clicked it on, it sounded like an AC30. And that to me was, that's kind of the price of admission. That's what you want a pedal like this to do. So we're going to go back to the Stratocaster into the Bluesbreaker, and then we're going to hear the tones direct in, both clean overdrive from the pedal and overdrive from an overdrive pedal with several different sounds. And for those direct in clips, I am also using that same Stratocaster just for reference. So I'm going to link to Tubesteader below and to where you can check out this pedal. Please let us know if you've ever bought anything else from Tubesteader. What do you think of this being a really cool, very dedicatedly close Vox style preamp? Because there's other, like there's some high-end Vox model pedals out there, just Vox model pedals that are digital recreations. What do you think of the idea of having an actual tube preamp doing that, so it's a bit more of a natural tone and not just a copy? It's really doing its own thing, but still giving you all the benefit of the direct recording or gigging or whatever. Let us know what you think. I'm Jack Fossett. I want to say thank you again to Tubesteader for sending this over and including me in this product launch. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.